I'm Swami Satchitananda here. I want to speak to you on the concept of contentment. You know, Yama and Niyamas. In Niyamas, there is something called Santosha. Santosha means contentment. So today, are we living in a contented society? What do you think? So we are living in the age of discontentment. Today's atmosphere, the age of discontentment. And the marketing strategies are made in such a way that it creates a discontent in you. Right? Even if you don't have a particular need, it will create a need and you feel that you should have it. So all the time you are in a state of discontent irrespective of what you have. And for the marketing people, this is a soft belly for a human being. And they manipulate this to sell their products. Are you with me in this? Okay. So, when we are talking about contentment, what does it really mean? Okay. Contentment is when you feel that what you have, in whatever stage in life that you are in, maybe you will have more money, maybe you have less money, maybe you are living in a one-room apartment, maybe you are living in your friend's house, maybe you are living in your parents' house, maybe some of you may be living in a car. The contentment means at this point of life, I am happy with where I am. All right? People in the West say this is a very, it's against the culture of growth. If growth is to occur, then a person should be discontented. Because the more discontented you are, the more you will work, more hard you will try to work, more you will try to get more money, and then more and more you will try to make more money, and then more and more you will try to buy things, and more you will be in one wheel of discontentment. Right? If you want to understand discontentment, you have to go to the time when they have these sales, before New Year. There are certain times when they always have these big sales, and they entice you with that, less amount or discount or whatever it is, to go and get there. Otherwise, you won't get it. You have to give gifts in Christmas, and how will you enjoy Christmas without these gifts? You feel, no, I have to give something. It's ridiculous. So Santosha is a very fantastic quality. It says that at any stage in your life, you will never be fulfilled in terms of your wants. Never. But if you look at yourself now, all those of you who may be listening today, imagine how much better you are than so many millions of people in this earth. There are millions of people in India who are still around the borderline of $1 a day. Right? There are millions of people in Africa, South America, who are on the borderline of poverty. There are millions in these, hundreds and thousands and millions, in these rich countries who are out on the homeless on the road. Okay? And you have everything. You have a home, you have a child, you have an education, you can spend something for your expenses, and everything is there. But still we feel so discontented all the time. Something or the other is gnawing at us. So this is a mental state. Okay? I have met poor people. When I used to go across the country walking, I had a great opportunity of meeting very poor people, lower middle class people, and rich people. And one of the things that I observed is that contentment is highest among the poor people. This is very funny, isn't it? That the less money you have, the more contented you are. It's very funny. But the thing is, the more and more money you get, From middle class, from a lower middle class, you go to a middle class, discontentment becomes more. From middle class, you become to higher middle class, discontentment becomes more. When from there you become into a rich, discontentment is more. The poor people, at least in this part of the country that I know about, they know that they have got certain problems. They know that they don't have an education. They have to manage on day-to-day basis. But they are joyful. I used to spend nights with these boys who are on the road, sleeping at night in the cold winters. Okay? When we would put sticks together to burn something so that the cold can be taken off for a few hours to sleep. But they were happy. There was not this immense sadness over their eyes that we see among the people in the cities and the people among the people that I see over here. They are so serious. They look discontented and they are discontented. So, does discontentment mean that you are not a person who can achieve things? No, this is a wrong understanding of life. Discontented means that you are always striving for something faster and faster, thinking that that is going to give you contentment. If you remain contented with what you have right now and you work hard as per your own swadharma, we call it, as per your own attitudes and your own skills, and you allow it to blossom, then money will come as an incidental process to that. And it is not the objective of working. It's an incidental to your exploration of yourself. It's incidental to your own flowering as a human being. These are two different attitudes altogether. And if you are able to understand this, money will flow to you. But then you will not be driven by the money. You will take what you need, right? Because a contented man needs little. You cannot tell the contented man sleep on two beds, two mattresses, because only one mattress can be used. You can't tell a person have 10 bathrooms. What we need is one bathroom or toilet or whatever it is. So the things that we need are very few. But we have this imagination and discontent which tells us, no, you need this. So many people who, because of this discontentment, they go on buying things and hunting for this happiness or contentment, whatever you want to call it. The people who are contented, when they make money, they give readily. They try to help out other people. They give to causes. Not at the end of the career, but as they are doing their work, as the money starts flowing in, you are giving all the time. The reason why you are giving is, you know that contentment comes from giving. It doesn't come from taking. Most of us are takers. Look at you, look at me. We are all takers. We want to snatch. We want to all the time looking for things to grab from nature, from this beautiful world God has created for us to enjoy. So every time you are giving, you're raising your level of contentment. Right? This is what you need to understand here. You're not doing a favor to anybody else. You are doing yourself the biggest possible favor. Because in giving, you feel contented. A contented man can perform much better than a discontented man. Because a discontented man, the mind is confused. It will wander here and there. It will look for shortcuts. It will look for many ways which are immoral. But a contented man, it does not do that. The mind is clear, based on values. And it knows that, yes, if I achieve this, good, it's benefit for society. If I get something, I will give it. I will give it to somebody who needs it. Okay. So this, therefore, Yama, in Yama's Santosha, it's a very powerful phenomenon that you must understand. And what I'm trying to tell you, try to live that and see. Because there is no point in listening to me or listening to the gurus or listening to anybody or reading any book and saying, I've understood this concept. No, it's not possible to understand this concept like that. Because contentment leads to something what we call as wholeness. We feel good about ourselves, irrespective of our failures, irrespective of our negatives. We still feel good about ourselves. We don't have to beat ourselves up. And that is very important. There is no flower which is better than another flower. You are a flower in the universe, in the Garden of Eden. Why the hell should you try to compete with anybody except yourself to flower? This is the question. And you are having new colors, you are having new designs, you are putting more clothes. It's not going to make you a better thing. No. Discontentment will keep on increasing. Discontentment has to be dealt with through action. And if you try that out, you will find yourself looking out to satisfy your needs. We must satisfy our needs. There is nothing wrong in satisfying the needs. None of the gods say that. None of the prophets say that. Satisfy your needs. Legitimate needs you need to satisfy. But once you have satisfied your need, decide that the rest of it, whatever that is there, that is not for showing off your ego and a purposeless set of purchases which means nothing, which is all going to deteriorate in next 5, 10 years, 15 years. You know, in Dubai, when you go there is a lane in which you can find the best cars in the world, abandoned and kept there. The best cars worth millions of dollars. One car. After 10 years, it has no value at all. People don't even look at it there. So, try to understand this concept. Try to understand it's possible to be contented where you are. Right? First, wherever you are. If you're not understanding this, look down below at the $1 per day people around the world. The people who are in the war regions, the people who are sick, the people where there are diseases. There are so many millions of people like this. Aren't you lucky? Don't you feel lucky? Shouldn't you feel contented? Hari Om Tat Sat.